if I told you there's still a part of Italy where you can buy a stone house for less than 100,000 euros and it actually lives up to the dream? No crowds, no inflated prices, just real houses, real views, and a slower, more authentic way of life. Think hilltop villages, vineyards, and mornings that actually feel quiet. That place is Umbria, sitting right next to Tuscany and not far from Rome, but somehow still overlooked. And that's exactly why it's still affordable. In this video, I found 7 properties you can buy right now. Real listings, solid options, and no fantasy pricing. Some are completely move-in ready. Others give you a bit more space and potential for the same budget. And trust me, I saved the best for the end because one of these is going to completely change what you think your money can buy in Italy. Let's take a look. The first one comes in at 95,000 euros. That's around $111,000. And it is a charming stone farmhouse near Todi, one of Umbria's most beloved hilltop towns. Now, before you picture the inside, the exterior alone stops you in your tracks. You're looking at a traditional farmhouse spread across 3 levels, roughly 200 square meters. That's about 2,150 square feet of living space, plus outbuildings adding another 120 square meters. And there's even described expansion potential of another 100 square meters on top of that. The total footprint is substantial. Step into the idea of this property, and you've got a living room, kitchen, 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, all on a site that sits inside 11,000 square meters. That's over 2.7 acres of private land with panoramic hill views. All utilities are reportedly already on site according to the listing. Now here's the honest part. This one requires a full renovation. It's not the weekend warrior project, it's the serious undertaking. But, and this is the critical but, the bones are there. The land is spectacular. The location near Todi gives you extraordinary value for that plot size. And the best part is, you're not just buying a house. At this price and this size, according to the listing, the potential exists to create a prestige residence or even a hospitality project. For someone with the vision and the budget to renovate, this is the foundation, not the finish line. Always check documents, fees, and renovation scope with a local professional before committing. But as an entry point into Umbrian stone farmhouse living, 95,000 euros gets you a lot of land and a lot of possibility. Now, here's where it gets interesting because at the exact same price, the next property is an entirely different story. Still at 95,000 euros, still around $111,000. But now we're shifting from raw potential to something you could walk into right now. This is a renovated apartment in Città della Pieve, a stunning hilltop town in the province of Perugia with medieval streets, an annual paleo festival, and more charm per square meter than most places in Europe. The apartment itself sits on the first floor of an independent building, about 55 square meters, roughly 590 square feet, and according to the listing, it's been recently renovated. The layout is clean and practical. A living room with kitchenette, a double bedroom, a storage room, a bathroom with shower, and a terrace with panoramic views. It includes a covered parking space of about 20 square meters. And here's the detail that makes it genuinely stand out. It's sold fully furnished, appliances included. That means you are not buying a project. You are buying a life, ready to go. No major renovations, no IKEA runs, no guessing what a kitchen costs. According to the listing, this is a quiet, panoramic location. And for 95,000 euros, it's the most move-in ready option we've seen so far. And the best part is, it's a legitimate foot in the door for Umbria at a price that barely exists anymore in this part of Italy. Is it small? Yes. Is it a fully furnished, move-in ready apartment in a medieval hilltop town for under 100 grand? Also yes. Listings like this move fast. So if the scale works for you, don't wait. Up next though, the leader changes, because we're jumping to 140,000 euros and something you genuinely cannot put a category on. Take a breath of Umbrian countryside air, because this one comes with history attached. Casa Marte in Lisciano Niccone, 140,000 euros, around $164,000. The name alone is worth investigating. This is a semi-detached stone home, about 100 square meters, just over 1,075 square feet, in a small farming hamlet with no more than 6 separate dwellings in the Pian de Marte Valley. And here's the fact snack that stops you. This is the valley where Hannibal marched his war elephants before the Battle of Lake Trasimeno. You are not buying a house. You are buying a piece of one of ancient history's most dramatic moments. The property itself has 3 floors. A ground floor cantina with original terracotta, a first floor with a stone open fireplace kitchen and dining room accessed through a loggia, and a second floor with a large double bedroom and bathroom. Outside, there's 0.9 hectares of land, nearly 2¼ acres, with 2 agricultural outbuildings totaling 50 square meters, about 540 square feet. One side faces Castel Rigone, overlooking Lake Trasimeno. The other direction leads toward Tuscany. Independent access through a portico, pastoral views over farmers' fields. It's not a museum, it's real life. A genuinely rare, semi-detached stone home in an intimate, historically rich hamlet. And the best part is, the hamlet's tiny size means your privacy is almost guaranteed by default. Now stay with me, because right in the middle of this journey, something shifts. If you've been thinking, I love the idea of Umbria, but I want something already done, terracotta floors, exposed stone, wooden beams, all the character, none of the work, then you want to see what 160,000 euros buys in a restored rural village near Monteleone d'Orvieto. This is the mid-video twist. This property, an 82 square meter, about 883 square feet, ground floor apartment, is already renovated, and not renovated in a they slapped a coat of paint on it kind of way. According to the listing, this apartment has been carefully restored, preserving terracotta floors, exposed stone walls, and wooden beam ceilings. An arched door opens into an open-plan living room with a wood stove, stone and brick details, a dining area with direct outdoor access, and a kitchenette with a central island. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom with shower. And then there's the exterior, a private courtyard framing stunning views of the Umbrian countryside, a paved area described as ideal for outdoor lunches, a technical room with separate access. This village, about 1 kilometer from Monteleone d'Orvieto and described as reachable on foot, was finally restored into a handful of individual units. At 160,000 euros, about $187,600, you're getting the Umbrian dream in its most complete, most move-in ready form. No major renovations. Actually move into this one on arrival. This is the pivot point in the list. And from here, things get even more extraordinary. Because the next one doesn't just have character, it has centuries of it. Get ready, because this is where the whole video changes register. Torrentile, just outside Todi. 165,000 euros, around $193,400. And what you're looking at is a 13th century watchtower, a real one, in good condition. According to the listing, this is a small stone tower dating back to the 1200s, spread across 2 levels, about 90 square meters total. That's roughly 970 square feet. The first floor has a living room with fireplace and kitchen, with stone walls, aged terracotta floors, and exposed wooden beams. A terracotta staircase leads up to a spacious, light-filled bedroom with 2 sets of windows. One corner reportedly perfect as a study area, plus a walk-in cupboard with an antique wooden door. There's a small bathroom with a countryside-facing window overlooking olive groves. Now, here's what the listing calls the true heart of this home: a 46 square meter stone crypt, nearly 495 square feet, on the ground floor. It was once a private chapel, and a stone passageway leads directly into the garden. The listing even mentions the remaining bell tower still stands. The garden is about 200 square meters low maintenance, private, sheltered, and perfect for long Umbrian evenings. There's potential noted in the listing for a second bathroom adjacent to the crypt, a possible hot tub using original stones, and even swimming pool potential. And here's the life context. Todi is within minutes of cafes, restaurants, and shops, with Perugia, Orvieto, and Assisi all easily reachable via the E45. And according to the listing, you're 99 kilometers from Rome and 144 from Florence. This tower is described as an excellent investment for Airbnb potential. And the best part is, it's in good condition. It's not a ruin. It's not a restoration project. It's a genuinely extraordinary historic home that you could actually use. Whether you're an artist, a writer, a romantic, or a savvy short-term rental investor, this is the kind of find that doesn't come up often. Subscribe if you want more regions like this, because what's coming next raises the stakes one more time. 2 properties left, and the last one is the strongest of all. Before we get there, take a quick breath of Umbrian context. This region gets over 2,600 hours of sunshine per year. The nearest international airports are Perugia, small but perfectly placed, and Rome Fiumicino. The expat community is growing, particularly around Lake Trasimeno, Orvieto, and Todi. The food, truffles, cured meats, Sagrantino wine, is as good as anywhere in Italy. You're not choosing obscurity, you're choosing quality of life at a fraction of the price. And now, property number 6, 179,000 euros, around $209,800. And this one has a story attached that makes it immediately different from anything else on this list. The apartment in Piegaro sits inside a small medieval village that was finally restored in the 1980s by the Fendi sisters and renowned architect Nicola de Mena. Yes, that Fendi. The architectural bones were entrusted to a seriously prestigious restoration, and it shows. The 80 square meter apartment, about 861 square feet, sits on the second floor of a historic building, entrance hall, living room with fireplace and kitchenette, 2 bedrooms, and a bathroom. The exterior walls are stone. The interior has wooden beams, terracotta floors, stone fireplaces, and a bathroom tiled in small square stone tiles. A large archway in the living room is framed by a window that opens onto views of the surrounding countryside. The village sits on top of a hill between Orvieto, Lake Trasimeno, and Perugia. The listing describes views of remarkable beauty. And here's the detail that makes this unique among everything we've looked at. Purchasing this apartment also includes a share of the village's communal clubhouse with a garden, a space shared by all owners available for events. This isn't a house. It's membership in a living architectural community. It's not a museum, it's real life, a curated one. The listing describes this as suitable as a year-round residence or a vacation home, given proximity to amenities. For those looking for a second home in Italy that comes preloaded with prestige and architectural character, this is a serious contender. But the final property in this list is the one that will make you stop scrolling. Comment which one you'd actually choose before we get there, because this last one changes everything. And here it is, the anchor, the one I've been building toward, 180,000 euros, about $211,000, for a semi-independent stone and brick house in Castiglione del Lago. Castiglione del Lago sits right on the western shore of Lake Trasimeno, the largest lake in central Italy and one of the most quietly spectacular bodies of water in the entire country. The town itself is built on a promontory that juts into the lake, which means you get water views in almost every direction, and a medieval castle and Renaissance palazzo sitting at the very tip of it. The climate here is noticeably mild thanks to the lake's moderating effect, cooler summers than inland Umbria, softer winters, and a long, warm spring that starts earlier than almost anywhere else in the region. The town has a genuine year-round pulse, weekly markets, lakeside restaurants, a proper high street, and ferry connections to the 3 small islands in the middle of Trasimeno. The architecture mixes classic Umbrian stone with the slightly softer, lake-influenced vernacular you get in port towns. Lower buildings, wider streets, a more open feel than the hilltop villages further inland. There's a direct train line connecting Castiglione to Perugia, Florence, and Rome, which makes it one of the most practically connected spots in all of Umbria. And the international expat community here is already well established, enough infrastructure and English-friendly services to land comfortably without losing the feeling that you're actually living in Italy. And the moment you hear the property details, you'll understand why it closes the list. The house is about 120 square meters, roughly 1,290 square feet, across 2 levels. Ground floor has an entrance, a living room with fireplace, a kitchen, and a bathroom with shower. First floor has 3 bedrooms and a second bathroom with shower. The property is sold furnished, but here's where it stops being a house and becomes a compound. The private garden is approximately 2,300 square meters. That's nearly 24,760 square feet, or just over half an acre. Completely fenced, automated gate, carport, woodshed, a well, a masonry oven. That is not a town apartment with a patio. That is a full lifestyle package. So you get the land, the privacy, the fully fenced garden, the masonry oven, and you're within walking distance of a real Italian lakeside town. According to the listing, this is move-in ready and furnished, no major renovations. Actually move into this one on day one. And the best part is, at 180,000 euros, you're getting 3 bedrooms, nearly 24,760 square feet, a fenced garden, and a lakeside lifestyle that in Tuscany, in Provence, or anywhere in the French Riviera would cost you 4 or 5 times that. This is the deal kicker that ends the list on the highest possible note, and so let's land this. 7 properties, all in Umbria, running from 95,000 euros to 180,000 euros. If you want the most turnkey deal, the fully furnished apartment you can move into right now, Property 2 in Città della Pieve at 95,000 euros is the answer. If you want the most extraordinary lifestyle with land, lake access, and full compound living, Property 7 in Castiglione del Lago at 180,000 euros wins without question. If you want something that nobody else has, a 13th century watchtower with a crypt and Airbnb potential near Todi, Property 5 at 165,000 euros is your find. And if heritage and architectural prestige matter most, that Fendi restored village apartment in Piegaro at 179,000 euros is in a category of its own. Prices are as selected at the time of this roundup. Always verify current availability, documentation, and associated fees with a local agent before making any moves. Now here's the question I want you to answer in the comments. If you had 180,000 euros to spend in Umbria today, do you take the lakeside compound, the medieval tower, or something else entirely? Tell me below. And if you want the next region, where the prices are even lower and the surprises are just as big, make sure you're subscribed, because that one is already in the works.